The unknown ship hovered just above Earth's atmosphere, its dark silhouette cutting through the stars. Military jets scrambled to intercept it, but the ship moved faster than anything anyone had seen before. Inside the secret shelter, Mark, Zin, and Zin's mother watched the radar nervously. The tension was thick. No one knew what to expect. Suddenly, the ship released a small pod that entered Earth's atmosphere. It landed near the shelter, kicking up dust and debris. Mark grabbed his flashlight and cautiously stepped outside, Zin close behind him. The air was still, but the silence felt heavy, like the world was holding its breath. From the pod emerged a figure wrapped in a glowing suit. Mark's heart pounded. Was this another alien? A friend? Or the enemy? The figure removed the helmet, revealing a face both strange and familiar. It was an alien, but different from Zin's people. This one's eyes were kind, and its expression was calm. "I am Kyle," the figure said in perfect English. "I come as a messenger. Your planet is in danger, but not from Zin's enemies alone. There is a greater threat coming." Mark's mind raced. How could this be true? Zin looked confused but listened carefully. Kale explained that the invaders, chasing Zin, were only one part of a larger plan. A dark force was moving through space, consuming everything in its path, and Earth was next on its list. Zin's mother weakly stood and whispered, "We must stop them. Together." The shelter quickly became a command center. Scientists, soldiers, and even Zin worked side by side to prepare for the unknown enemy. Kale shared knowledge about advanced weapons and strategies that Earth had never seen. Mark realized that this was bigger than any battle Earth had faced before. It was a fight for survival, and the small family that came from the stars held secrets vital to winning. But trust was fragile. Some humans doubted the aliens' intentions. Rumors spread, and tensions grew. Could Earth truly unite with strangers to face a common enemy? Or would fear tear them apart before the battle even began? As night fell, Mark looked to Zin and his mother. Their fate, and the fate of the world, was now linked in ways no one could have imagined. The greatest challenge was still ahead, and the next move could change everything. ChatGPT said, "The days that followed were filled with hurried preparations and uneasy alliances." Earth's scientists and military leaders worked alongside Zin, his mother, and Kale to build defenses and weapons capable of facing the dark threat Kale had warned about. The air was heavy with tension. Everyone knew time was running out. Mark found himself growing closer to Zin and his mother. Despite her weakness, Zin's mother showed great wisdom and courage. She often spoke quietly to Mark about her people's history, about hope, and about fighting even when the odds seemed impossible. Zin, too, was changing. The scared alien child was slowly becoming a brave fighter, eager to help protect the new home he hoped to keep safe. But not everyone on Earth trusted the aliens. Some groups protested, calling them invaders or spies. These divisions caused conflicts and slowed down preparations. Mark worried that fear and suspicion might ruin their only chance to survive. One evening, as the team studied star maps and battle plans, a sudden alert shattered the calm. Sensors detected a massive dark shadow moving fast toward the solar system. It was the dark force Kale had described, an enormous fleet of shadowy ships, glowing faintly like ghosts in space. The battle was about to begin. Mark looked around the room, feeling the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. Zin's mother took his hand and said, "We have no choice but to fight. For Earth. For all of us." Zin nodded, determination shining in his eyes. Outside, the world held its breath. The last hope rested on this fragile alliance between humans and aliens. The fight to protect the planet and the family that had come from the stars was about to start, and no one knew who would survive. ChatGPT said, "The battle began under the dark skies of Earth's orbit. The shadowy fleet loomed closer, their strange ships moving like silent hunters. Earth's defenses fired missiles and lasers, but the enemy's shields absorbed most of the damage. It was clear this enemy was more powerful than anyone had imagined. Inside the command center, Mark, Zin's mother, and Kale worked together, coordinating attacks and sharing knowledge. Zin used his alien technology to disrupt the enemy's signals, giving Earth's forces a chance to strike. His mother, though weak, gave advice that proved vital for targeting the enemy's weak points. The fight was brutal. Ships exploded in flashes of light, and the dark fleet pushed harder. At one point, a massive enemy ship broke through the defenses, heading straight for Earth. Panic spread among the soldiers. Mark grabbed Zin's hand and shouted, "We can stop it! Use the orb!" Zin held the glowing orb tightly. It pulsed with energy, and when he activated it, a powerful wave of light burst out, striking the enemy ship. The huge ship shuddered and exploded in a shower of sparks. The enemy fleet faltered. The dark ships began to retreat, disappearing into the void of space. The battle was won, but at a cost. Earth's skies were scarred, and many brave fighters had fallen. Zin looked at Mark and whispered, "Thank you for helping my family." Mark smiled, tears in his eyes. "You're part of Earth now. We fight together." As calm returned, the world realized that despite the fear and struggle, hope survived. The bond between humans and aliens was stronger than ever. And though the stars held more dangers, Earth was ready to defend itself. The story of Zin, his mother, and the brave human who answered their call became a symbol of courage and unity. A reminder that sometimes family is found in the most unexpected places. The sun was setting over the quiet town when a small, strange spaceship appeared in the sky. It moved silently, almost like it was hiding. No one had seen anything like it before. The people of Earth watched with curiosity and fear as the ship slowly landed near the outskirts of the city. Inside the spaceship was a small alien child. His name was Zin. He was not like the humans he had heard about, but his eyes were full of hope and sadness. Zin came from a distant planet that was dying. His people were disappearing one by one. Only his mother was left to protect him, but she was badly hurt. The enemies from their planet were chasing them, and Zin had no place left to run. Zin knew that Earth was different. It was bigger and stronger than his home, and maybe there was a chance for him and his mother to be safe here. But he also knew the humans might be afraid of him. He had heard stories about how Earth's people did not trust aliens easily. Still, Zin had no choice. His mother's life depended on it. He found a quiet place and waited. His small hands trembled as he stepped out of the ship. He looked at the buildings, the cars, and the people walking by. But he had only one mission: to find help. He wanted to find a human who would listen to him, who would believe him. After some time, Zin saw a man walking alone. The man looked tired and lost in his thoughts. Zin gathered all his courage and ran towards him. "Please," Zin said in broken English, "please marry my mom, human. She's all I have left." The man stopped and stared in disbelief. Was this some kind of joke? An alien child asking a stranger to marry his mother? The man's mind raced with questions. Why would a small alien ask for such a strange thing? Was there some secret behind these words? Zin looked at the man with pleading eyes. He did not want to explain everything, but he knew he had to. "My planet is gone," Zin whispered. "Bad people chase us. My mom is hurt. If she has someone to protect her here, maybe we can live. Please." The man's heart softened. He saw the fear and hope in Zin's eyes. Slowly he nodded. "Okay," he said quietly. "I will help. But first, you must tell me everything." Zin took a deep breath and started to tell the story of his home. A planet once full of life, full of joy. But then the enemies came. Stronger, crueler. They destroyed everything. Zin's family was killed, and only his mother and he escaped. They ran through space until they found Earth. As Zin spoke, the man listened carefully. He felt a mix of fear, sadness, and anger. How could Earth protect a small family from such a powerful enemy? And what would happen if the enemies found them here? Word spread quickly about the strange visitor and his unusual request. Some people were afraid and wanted to send Zin away. Others wanted to help, feeling sorry for the small alien and his wounded mother. The government took notice and decided to keep Zin and his mother safe in a secret location. The man who had promised to help became their protector. He visited them often, learning more about Zin's world and the dangers they faced. He began to realize that this small alien child carried a heavy burden, and Earth might have to prepare for a fight to protect one family. But Zin's mission was not yet clear to everyone. Was he truly asking for help, or was there something more? Could the enemies from his planet come after Earth next? The questions made everyone anxious. The story ended this part with the man looking at the stars, wondering about the future. Zin's plea echoed in his mind. Please marry my mom. She's all I have left. The weight of those words held a secret, one that could change everything. And so, Earth's new chapter began. Not just with an alien visitor, but with a question. Will humanity open its arms to protect a stranger? Or will fear push them away? The answer was still hidden in the silence of the night. The days after Zin's arrival were filled with tension and questions. The secret shelter where Zin and his mother stayed was quiet but heavy with worry. The man who promised to help, his name was Mark, visited them often. He saw how weak Zin's mother was. Her skin was pale and she barely spoke. But her eyes held strength, as if she was still fighting for her son's future. Mark wanted to understand more. How did Zin's people live? What made their enemies so dangerous? Zin tried to explain with simple words. His planet was far away, in a part of space humans barely knew about. It was a beautiful place once, filled with forests and rivers. But a war had started. A war so cruel that it destroyed almost everything. Zin told Mark about the invaders, the ones who chased them through the stars. They were ruthless and powerful, with weapons no one on Earth had ever seen. Zin's people fought bravely, but they were losing. Only Zin and his mother escaped in the little ship that brought them here. Mark listened carefully, but doubts filled his mind. Was this story true? Could Earth be next? The government had already begun preparing defenses, but no one knew if those weapons would be enough. One evening, as Mark sat beside Zin, he noticed something strange. Zin was looking at a small device in his hand. It was a glowing orb, pulsing with light. Mark asked, "What is that?" Zin's face grew serious. "It's from my mother's people. It can send messages. Maybe it can call help." Mark's heart raced. Could this orb be a way to contact allies? Or was it a trap? Suddenly the shelter's alarms blared loudly. Outside, a powerful light flashed across the sky. Earth's radar had detected something approaching fast, an unknown ship near their atmosphere. Panic spread through the shelter. Was it the enemies coming for Zin and his mother, or was it another visitor from the stars? Mark held Zin's hand tightly. "We need to be ready," he said. "Whatever comes, we protect you both." As the unknown ship drew closer, the story left everyone hanging in fear. Who was coming? To Earth? Friend or foe? The answer would decide the fate of this small family, and perhaps the whole planet. The mystery deepened, and the night grew colder. The real challenge was only beginning.